is that, so no copyright. What is going on, everyone? So today is a hypocritical, I don't know, I'm being a hypocrite. So judging by the title of the video, I went against everything I said I was going to do with this car, and I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to a local pick and pull. I'm going to be pulling something out of a car that's going to be going in the EVO. It's going to be a longer process, but it's going to be a well worth process because the history on this car is, oh god, it's terrible. With that, I'm going to go to, like I said, a local pick and pull. I'm meeting up with one of my friends. He's going to help me out today. God, I can't believe I'm doing this again. Said I was never going to do this ever again. But I'll update you guys once I get back home and the truck fully unloaded and everything, and I'll give you guys the skinny.
Day 2.
2 days later, motor number 2. Once I get it, I'll give you guys the rundown on what's gonna happen. Crossing my fingers, I'll explain exactly why the first one didn't pan out like I thought it was gonna pan out. Hopefully this motor is good when we pull the head off. That'll be fucking good. On to the pick and pull, and I will come back to you guys in probably like an hour or so.
Day 3.
Okay, so I'm finally back in the garage. It's been about a day later since I got the motor. It's up on the stand right now. We're gonna dismantle it real quick, and I'm gonna film that kind of dismantle and going through the whole motor, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about what's gonna happen with this motor coming very, very soon. Let me show you the motor, and let me go over kind of not go over, but we'll dismantle the motor. Okay, so here's the motor. I dismantled. I didn't keep the power steering, didn't keep the AC, the alternator goes over here. Obviously I'm not going to keep the starter. All that stuff was old. It was off of an Eclipse. I'm going to be utilizing everything off of EVO, which they're probably the same thing. This is a 4G64, so this is a 2.4 long rod motor. I picked this up for about 190 bucks at a local pick and pull. If you look down in there, don't mind the coolant and the grime and everything else from when we were removing it. You can see those two lines going back and forth. That's your cross hatching. All of that seems to be really, really good throughout all 4 cylinders. No scoring, no hot spots. So I do want to tear into this motor. I am going to obviously be pulling out all the pistons, rods, crank. I'm going to be keeping the crank, ditching the pistons and rods. So enough talk. Let's get into dismantling this motor, and hopefully, oh god, I'm praying the crank looks good, and it's not like a spun bearing or anything like that, and it's really, really scored the crank up, because then I'm gonna be pissed. Good. Alright, so first look, there's a lot of metal right here. That does not look good. Okay, so first look, definitely spun some bearings. This one's still on. And here are the ones off the main cap. As you can see, they look like, yeah, they were definitely spun. They fall, right? Okay, I'm gonna come back to you guys. I'm not gonna sit here and film this. You know the routine. All right, you can see these bearings are chewed up. This is cylinder 2. This is cylinder 1. got pretty hot. Wasn't much oil running through this motor. Most likely it probably blew something up. Maybe an oil pump went bad, because you can see these are all pretty heavily I don't even know where this one is. This whole bearing is gone. It's probably all in there. You can see the main caps. I mean, absolutely, like, this motor was run dry for a while, as you can see. But these journals don't look that bad. Alright, so what is the future for this build? So first and foremost, pistons, rods. I want to stay 2.4 long rod motor, so 156 millimeter, 100 millimeter stroke. I still got to order that. Once I order the pistons, once I get the pistons and rods in, this whole setup's going to go to the machine shop. I'm going to have them magniflux the crank and make sure there's no cracks or anything like that. I'm also going to have them clean the motor up. I want to have it hot tanked and steam cleaned. I had to pick the camera up. I hate just sitting there and talking. It's just, I don't know, I feel awkward. So like I said, pistons, rods, once I get those in, that's why I said the crank, block, pistons, rods, they're all going to be sent off, because I want everything within spec. I want the machine shop to have everything. I did that with the Supra, with the block, crank, and everything. I gave the machine shop all of that, and they pretty much put it in the spec, and then they would label on 1, 2, 3, 4. In Supra's case, 5, 6. This car will also be getting new water pump. Obviously, I'm going to be deleting the what's that shaft, balancer shaft. I'm going to be deleting that. All ARP hardware, ARP main studs, L19 head studs, OEM head gasket, OEM gaskets throughout. I only use OEM. I'm going to sell this short block. It's just going to be just a short block. That's it. I mean, you'll get the brackets if I don't need them. AC, this car is going to be running AC, so I'm going to be keeping all of that stuff. Obviously the head, it is going to be a 2.4 with the EVO 8 head. I want to run a full-size radiator. I have kind of a generalized listing right here, but on my computer I do have a lot more than this. So I'm going to be doing this build in sections. So I'm going to be doing obviously the motor first, the short block. And we're going to keep the short block like that while the car's still running, and later in the year we'll probably gut this car, send it off to paint, to have the whole body redone. But I have it in sections, so I have the motor, then I have the head, then I have coolant, fuel, transmission, and T-case is going to be big. I may do just an OEM build on them, with a straight cut fourth and I think it's a 411 final drive. I think that's what it is in the 5 speeds. It's not going to be like the Supra, where the Supra doesn't have any amenities. Like I said, this car is still going to retain heat, AC, power steering, ABS, traction control. I will be running a standalone on this car. I don't want to run a piggyback. I don't like piggybacks for fully built cars. I know a lot of people use Link ECU. I may run an AEM in this car because I have an AEM in the Supra. But with that said, I'll go over more in depth and in detail as I get stuff for this car, and kind of explain what's going to be happening each time I get stuff. Obviously, none of the parts will be going into the car right away. But I'm going to go ahead and end today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, as weird as it was, because I was still learning how to pull this motor apart and never done it before. Hope you guys are going to stay tuned for this build as well, because I have so many builds going on right now. The Supra should be up and running. By the time you see this video, it might already be running. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I need each and every single one of you guys to stay hungry, stay humble, stay motivated, all of your life's goals. Always remember, success is not an overnight thing. You guys gotta work your ass off for it. With that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.
I swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion.